I'm chatting with the Steadies, Saskatoon-based island rock band, on tour right now out east, the For Juice with Love tour. They have one EP and 2 full-length albums, latest one titled Love Revolution. Hey guys, thanks for being here. And
thanks, man.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Yeah, so you guys were just touring the West Coast and dates went well out there?
Dates went great. It was just a really pretty powerful tour. All the shows have been. Our brother Juice, who was the guitar player of the band, and a brother of ours, passed away a couple months ago this summer. So we're trying to honor him with a bunch of shows that were still kind of booked, and instead of having to cancel them, we decided to do them for him, in his honor. And so a lot of people that were supporters of the band and friends and family have been coming out and showing their love, and it's pretty special. It's been so far. And we did a big hometown one in Saskatoon just a couple weeks ago, Thanksgiving. So and now we're here in Toronto and about to embark on the east leg.
Nice. So Alex, you stepped in for guitar playing duties, and
yeah.
And how's that been? How'd you guys meet Earl?
Well, Earl and I toured together when Earl was in Wildmouth Mason. I played in another Western Canadian group. It was Edmonton based, and we did a string of shows with Wildmouth. And I think, we became fast friends and everything, but I don't know if it was more memorable for the music or the fact that the third show in, somebody cut our entire trailer off and stole it. And so, I think that was more of a memorable experience.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah.
And we just kept in touch over the years, and I played in and out of other bands after that band, and we've stayed close, and I've guested with the Steadies many times on percussion and backup singing, and sometimes even just a rhythm guitar on some of the songs. And so when we lost Juice, I said, if you need any help with anything, just let me know. And so Earl reached out and said, yeah, let's try and honor these shows. And I did my best to learn as much as I could. And I think I had 2 or 3 days to kind of go through the catalog of the original stuff that they do live, and also some of the cover stuff that's infused into the show.
Yeah. Now you guys are doing 3 sets tonight in Kingston at the Merchant.
It's funny because both Lex and I just so happened to, when we left our other bands, we just individual projects just happened to be both reggae-based stuff. But I think it made the transition a lot easier because of the music we both love. So it was just kind of fluky. I don't know why that happened or how that happened, but it just was meant to be in a way. Yeah.
And also the camaraderie around the 3 of you guys seems really good. I know a lot of friends in bands where guys don't talk, or they won't sit down to eat, or they won't even sit down to do something like this. So how do you, guys manage that, or what are some of the things you've learned in just being in bands over the years?
Curry, take this one.
I think you just kind of, lots of the times, just kind of roll with the punches and go with the flow, and if things go wrong, just, make the best of it, stay positive. I think on this tour especially, it was, our focus was to stay positive, and our focus was to bring the love, so it was kind of made it that much easier just to make things happen,
Totally.
And I think that's the thing. We all have that attitude, that's just the type of people we are, and I think that's when touring and being in a band can work, because it's so hard to find the right people who think that way. Because everyone's so different. Everyone's got their own agendas. Everyone's got their own reasons for being on the road, and all it takes is for one person to be off that page to mess the whole thing up and make it not work, make it so there's tension and moodiness, and it makes it not as enjoyable as it should be. but so that, I mean, having said that, we're having a great time. It does help that we all have a history, you know, knowing each other for a really long time, and I think that really helps the comfortable, just having that familiarity and we're already comfortable just as friends first, and then it's the added bonus that we all just happen to think the same way as far as, you know, how you should conduct yourself on the road as professionals, and like Curtis was saying, just, you know, being able to roll with it, adapt to situations, not get too stressed about anything.
Yeah. So what's it like being, you guys are from Edmonton,
Mm-hmm.
we're all from Saskatoon,
Yep.
and what's the music scene in Edmonton?
I mean, it's like anywhere else. There's a cover band music scene. There's a open stage jam music scene. There's, you know, there's a few live venues left for original bands to kind of display what they do and take those chances that original bands do. But it's not unlike anywhere else. There's good and there's bad, and you know, I mean, even in Los Angeles, like I spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, it's pretty much the same there. The venues are kind of becoming more scarce. The business is becoming a little bit more, I think, of a lost art, you know, where you're taking chances and going out on the road and promoting yourself, and it's definitely not about the money. It's about the camaraderie and the music, and you want to promote your art. You want to get out there and show people what you do, and sometimes you got to take hits for that. And a lot of the times, I think by staying in a local music scene, you don't have to do that. You go home with money in your pocket and you smile and you go, well, I'm getting paid. But a lot of the times it's you know, it's the type of thing where you have to take chances to try and break an original band and get songs out there that you think are worth it.
Yeah. And how is that sort of like today? How do you guys put your album up? YouTube, you guys make music videos, and you get out there and you tour.
Yeah,
And try to sell records at the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's still the one thing that hasn't changed over decades is if you know, people love seeing you play, perform. You got a shot at it, you know. If on top of that they love a song or two or three or albums, then you got a even better shot. So I think we just try to make music that you know, and it's gonna be exciting because we're gonna get to make music together for the first time coming up.
Yeah.
You know, in the winter seasons, the winter is always the best time to do that where we're from. There's nothing else to do, you know.
Yeah.
Lane's from Saskatchewan too, so it sucks, right, in the winter. So we're looking forward to that, getting creative together, and seeing I'm super stoked about that. We got a lot of shows to get done still, but yeah, you know, make music and perform as best we can live and put on a show. Make people, you know, connect with their audience. It's all about that, emotionally through your music, and also the wow factor at a show where they want to come back and see you again and tell their friends. And so there's still that grassroots thing with a live show that hasn't really changed at all. Social media, Curtis is probably the best at it out of all of us. Being the youngest, he was kind of on top of it a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a big part of the game too, and it actually helps a lot. The more you do it, the more familiar you can get with it, the better you'll be for a band, for any business. So we take advantage of that as well. But there's also going to be some new ways of breaking our music out there, and so we're always constantly trying to figure out, you know, what's the next thing, instead of always just trying to do what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
So that'll be another conversation for us to figure out. You know, what could we do, maybe a bit different, to kind of stand out, perhaps. So, yeah, and it's really hard in the industry now with the way things are, and making money is getting harder. Getting work is harder. So you got to work a little harder.
Do you find it's just people aren't valuing music as much, or people aren't going to shows as much, or just aren't buying
A bit of
records,
both.
or it's
Yeah,
just kind of
a bit of
everything?
both.
Yeah.
A bit of everything. But I mean,
I think the whole playing field is just kind of shifting too.
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of like, what's going
Trying
on?
to figure out
Yeah.
how to deal with that.
I think the easiest way to put it is, people are mad when they spend, $150 to $250 to go and see their favorite band, but they'll happily steal an album
Yeah.
and of that same band. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's why tickets are $200 now.
Right.
People have been stealing
Well,
their records.
I
Yeah.
had a chance to see the Eagles, and Glenn Fry said, "Let's see a show of hands here. How many of you have bought an Eagles record?" And 16,000 or 18,000 people all put their hands up.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, you're gonna spend money to go and see that band, but you've also invested in that band over the years. A great band, of course, but
Yeah.
then you look at other bands that are more current, and yeah, I've seen you on YouTube, but I don't own your album or I haven't purchased it. And so the kind of I think long-term connection to a band, a lot of it has changed since you've been able to not buy music. You can go and just check it out for free. And the weird thing is, music is art, and you can't walk into a ballet for free. You can't walk out of an art gallery with a painting for free. That's art too, but for some reason music has become this just, not to everybody, but it's become somewhat disposable to the point where, well, it's free, so we can just pick up the next song the next day and put it down and go after the next artist without really caring about it. Whereas back in the day, people took a chance on a band. I mean, I remember seeing a Billy Idol record, and I'm like, hey, this guy is like, kind of looks like a tiger. He looks ferocious. And so you take a chance and you hear one song and you're like, whoa, this guy's crazy. And then you listen to the whole record and you're like, I got to get the next record, the next record. But you have to take a chance on just one song.
Yeah. I remember like buying records, taking a chance on it, not even really liking the record, but I spent my money, so I'm going to keep listening.
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
You're invested, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
I think that's the thing. You focus just on the people who are going to be fans.
Yeah.
Once you're a fan, you'll support the band. You'll buy the T-shirt. You'll buy a record. It's just that the general public now isn't all about that anymore.
Yeah.
So you gotta make your fan one at a time.
Yeah.
And put your attention into them in every way you promote yourself and market yourself, instead of trying to win over everybody, because you're not going to be able to. So then that's how you do it, and then hopefully, I mean, for me, it's always been about traveling.
Playing live.
I love traveling.
Yeah.
And me and Curtis got to do that for the first time with Juice. Luckily, thank God, before he passed away, we achieved a major goal for me and for Juice for sure.
China tour.
Doing an international tour. Yeah, we were in Asia for a month and we ripped it up. We had a blast, and I think it was a huge experience for us. So it keeps me excited to know that there's opportunities like that out there, and I just always imagine trying to do that in multiple countries that we could do well in.
Yeah.
Like in Australia, New Zealand, Europe, eventually in the States when things chill out over there. But, like I love Canada, and I've been touring here my whole career, but I can't wait to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have you toured across Canada?
Yeah, it's many.
Countless.
Yeah.
It would be nicer to come back to tour after we've done a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's happening, we know it's possible now.
Yeah.
So we just gotta keep it going.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Steadies are on tour right now. Montreal, Ottawa, Kingston this weekend. And going to be making a new record. And follow them on Instagram, The Steadies, Twitter, The Steadies, YouTube, and www.thesteadies.ca. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
I'm late for work again. I'm stuck in the same run. I wanna leave it all behind. Ain't got time to waste. Let's pack a bag